Yes. Lothering? I think it started as a settlement by the river, and then grew when it became the place where two roads met. There are always people in Lothering, but many are just passing through. Yes. Well, here I am. I knew this would come up sooner or later. I don't know how to explain, but I had a dream. In it, there was an impenetrable darkness. I stood on a peak. I fell, and the darkness drew me in. I suppose I did. That was what the darkness was, no? When I woke, I went to the Chantry's gardens, as I always do. But that day, the rosebush in the corner had flowered. Everyone knew that bush was dead. It was grey and twisted and gnarled, the ugliest thing you ever saw. But there it was, a single beautiful rose. It was as though the Maker stretched out his hand to say, even in the midst of this darkness, there is hope and beauty. Have faith. In my dream, I fell, or maybe I jumped. I'd do anything to stop the Blight. I know that we can do it. There are so many good things in the Maker's world. How can I sit by while the Blight devours? He's still here. I hear him. I know what the Chantry says about the Maker, and what should I be? They said my ideas were blasphemy. But I know what I know, and no one will ever make that untrue.
What do you need?
I'm wondering, Morrigan, do you believe in the Maker?
Certainly not. I've no primitive fear of the moon, such that I must place my faith in tales so that I may sleep at night.
But this can't all be an accident. Spirits, magic, all these wondrous things around us, both dark and light. You know these things exist.
The fact of their existence does not presuppose an intelligent design by some absentee father figure.
So it is all random then. A happy coincidence that we are all here.
Attempting to impose order over chaos is futile. Nature is, by its very nature, chaotic.
I don't believe that. I believe we have a purpose. All of us.
Yours, apparently, being to bother me.
Please, we came here to get away from the fight.
I want to go home.
I can't believe that Qunari creature isn't dead yet.
They say your mother is Flemeth, a witch of the Kokari Wilds.
They also say that washing your feet in winter makes you catch cold in the head, but we all know that is not true. But some...
Shokke Basitisra, Marad Starit, it. You aren't one of my captors. I have nothing to say that would amuse you, elf. Leave me in peace. I'm in a cage, am I not? I've been placed here by the Chantry.
The revered mother said he slaughtered an entire family, even the children.
It is, as she says. I am Sten of the Beresad, the vanguard of the Qunari peoples. If you haven't heard of us, that is your own shortcoming. Though it matters little now, I will die soon enough.
This is a proud and powerful creature, trapped as prey for the Darkspawn. If you cannot see a use for him, I suggest releasing him for mercy's sake alone.
Mercy? I wouldn't have expected that from you.
I would also suggest that Alistair take his place in the cage.
Yes, that's what I would have expected.
I suggest you leave me to my fate. I have been convicted of murder. Have the villagers not spoken of this? The people of a farmhold. 8 humans, in addition to the children. Are you asking if I feel guilt or if I am responsible for the deed? However I feel, whatever I've done, my life is forfeit now. Death will be my atonement. Perhaps. What does your wisdom say is equal to my crime? The Blight. Are you a Grey Warden, then? Surprising. My people have heard legends of the Grey Warden's strength and skill. Though I suppose not every legend is true. Perhaps if you told her the Grey Wardens need my assistance, it seems as likely to bring my death as waiting here. Farewell, then.
To be left here to starve? Or to be taken by the Darkspawn? No one deserves that. Not even a murderer.
Have any luck finding herbs in the woods? This will help many people. You're a good sort, you know. Thanks for the poultices. They may save some lives. Thanks for the poultices. They may save some lives.
I hear you drove off those bandits. I hope they don't come back.
More soldiers make it out of Ostagar.
So much tragedy.
You're gonna make more trouble? We've about all we can stand in Lothar. They had it coming, and they were... Right then, name's Denal. Sorry I can't chat much. As you see, we've a full house. That monster killed 3 families, torn them up like a beast. The cage is too good for him. There's knights from Redcliffe wandering the countryside. The urn holding her ashes is a myth. And yet these not. Maybe he has the blight. Anything else I can get you? I hear news from Dinnerham that Tirn Logain has been declared the new regent. Anything else I can get you? Some folks aren't happy about Tirn Logain. Isn't that the most ridiculous thing you ever heard? The Darkspawn killed... Anything else I can get you? I've heard a lot of stories of bands of Darkspawn roaming. Anything else I can get you? With King Cailan dead, the throne falls to Queen Anora. Anything else I can get you? I heard from some travelers that something bad might have happened. A merchant friend of mine said he encountered someone fleeing the place. Anything else I can get you? I hear the Dwarven King is passed on. Old as he was. Anything else I can get you? Thank the Maker we didn't lose Tirn Logain. Anything else I can get you? There's knights from Redcliffe spread all over Ferelden on some kind of mission. More likely they got... Anything else I can get you? I hear that Tyr Loghain, the regent... Thing is, there's not a lot of spare men. Anything else I can get you? Something's going on at the Major's Tower. Exactly what? Anything else I can get you? It's not just Darkspawn in the Horde, you know that? I heard tell of a man. Anything else I can get you? Look around. People are sleeping on the floors and in the attic. When Tyr Loghain marched by, he left those fellas behind him. I have no qualm with you, whatever the Tyrn says. My grandfather served. Your secret's safe with... Some hunters who range into the Brazilian forest say that a Dalish clan there has fallen to some kind of sickness. The Blight, most likely, poor sods. Anything else I can get you? I've heard a rumor that the reason Queen Enora has never produced an heir is that she's barren. It's a curse from the Maker for bringing a commoner into the royal line. Until someone of royal blood is put on the throne, there will never be an heir. It seems the royal line of Calenod has been broken for good now. Anything else I can get you? I hear tell they held a funeral in Denerim for King Keelan. The Grand Cleric called for a full day of mourning, and there was a procession a mile long passing by the brazier. It's too bad they don't have a body to properly burn. What happened to him? Anything else I can get you? There's a nasty rumor going around that they were getting upset, see? That there were... Anything else I can get you? People are disappearing all over the country. Remote farmhold. Anything else I can get you? With a defeat at Ostergard. Anything else I can get you? I hear from folks traveling the East Roads that there's... Anything else I can get you? Habron, daughter of the Arl of Southreach, has... Anything else I can get you? Luck speed your way.
What do you need? Ask away. I already said I wouldn't. The answer is still no. What do you need? Ask away. Such as they are. About the Grey Wardens, anyhow. Fair enough. What do you need?
What do you wish of me? If you must. I cannot teach you. What do you wish of me? If you must. Why do you ask me such questions? I do not probe you for pointless information, do I? Would it not be easier simply to poke at me with a stick? What a stranger does not know cannot hurt him, but have it your way. What is it you asked if I grew up in the wilds? A curious question. Where else would you picture me? For many years it was simply Flemeth and I. The wilds and its creatures were more real to me than Flemeth's tales of the world of man. In time I grew curious. I left the wilds to explore what lay beyond, never for long. Brief forays into a civilized wilderness. For the most part, Flemeth taught me well. For all that I had been taught, however, the truth of the civilized lands proved to be overwhelming. I was unfamiliar with so much. So confident and bold was I, yet there was much that Flemeth could never have prepared me for. Equal parts daring and foolhardy, perhaps. Only once was I accused of being a witch of the wilds, and that by a chastened who happened to be traveling with a merchant caravan. He pointed and gasped and began shouting in his strange language, and most assumed he was casting some curse upon me. I acted the terrified girl, and naturally, he was arrested. Who cares? As I recall, he was executed. The point being that I was able to move through human lands fairly easily. Not that I did not have trouble. There are things about human society which have always puzzled me, such as the touching. Why all the touching for a simple greeting? To begin with, yes. What is the point of touching my hand? I find it an offensive intrusion. There were many nuances that Flemeth could never tell me of. When to look into another's eyes. How to eat at a table. How to bargain without offending. None of these things I knew. I still do not understand it all, truth be told, but then I gave up long ago any hope of doing so. When I returned to the wilds last, I swore to Flemeth that I had no intention of leaving again. Yes, here I am. Well, let's get on with it before the ground opens up and swallows us, yes?
Ten Logain survived when even the Grey Wardens didn't make it out that way. I heard he saw the rest of the time.
I have a wonder, Alistair, if you will indulge me.
Do I have a choice?
Of the two of you that remain, are you not the senior Grey Warden here? I find it curious that you allow another to lead while you follow.
You find that curious, do you?
In fact, you defer to a new recruit. Is this the policy of the Grey Wardens, or simply a personal one?
What do you want to hear? That I prefer to follow? I do.
You sound so very defensive.
Couldn't you crawl into a bush somewhere and die? That would be great, thanks.
I'm scared. When are
I'm
we going
scared.
home?
When are we going home?
Maybe with that blasted chasing gone, my headache will go as well.
It's good to see you again, Sister Leliana.
Thank you, Sir Merrin.
Is he still alive? The revered mother put him there a few weeks back. He'll be dead soon enough. Make her watch over you.
There's word of Darkspawn stragglers, but no sign of the main horde. We are the only hope of protection this village has now.
Truly come.
Yes, my lady? Who might you be? I am Sir Bryant, commander of Lothering's remaining Templars. You don't seem like the other refugees. Are you one of Arl Eamon's knights? I see. Ten Logain declared all Grey Wardens traitors responsible for the King's death. You know this, I hope. I don't believe the Grey Wardens would be as careless or malicious as the Tairn claims, but either way, there it is. It is best you not linger, though, just in case. The revered mother leads this flock. I merely command her Templars. Normally, our role is to protect the Chantry and seek out unsanctioned magic. For now, it is all we can do to protect the innocent.
Let us pretend that I was such a mage. What would you do to me?
I have no time to even think about such things right now. My concern is protecting these people. I see nothing threatening them other than the Darkspawn. We have more than swords at our disposal. We're taught to dispel unholy magics as well. If only our powers work to keep away the Darkspawn. Alas, it is not so. In her study, no doubt, preparing what she will take when we eventually evacuate. Our ban was summoned by Tairn Logain, and he took his soldiers north with him. Lothering has been abandoned. If the matter is important, certainly. I was there at the farmhold. The beast stood there, wet with the blood of the children. He didn't even deny slaughtering them. The revered mother ordered him caged. She has more mercy than I do. But perhaps she is right, and the Maker has love for all his creations, even the Qunari. You can ask the revered mother. I say let him rot until the Darkspawn claim him. Other than the Darkspawn horde bearing down on us, none of it is good. Tairn Logain is set to declare himself king, I hear. Disaster piled on disaster. None that we know of. Tairn Logain has no legitimate claim on the throne. He may be a hero, and his daughter may be queen, but he is a commoner, and the king's corpse is barely cold. If Arl Eamon was able to intervene, perhaps it would not have gone this far. I do not care who takes the throne. Only fools fight over who owns a cottage while it burns down around them. Travel safely, and may the Maker watch over you.
Yes? Lothering? I think it started as a set. There are always people in Lothering, but many are just passing through. Yes? Well, here I am. What is meant by someone like me? And there were no beautiful, charming women in the cloisters, you think? You would be wrong. There were many lovely young initiates in the Lothering cloister, all of them chaste and virtuous. It added to their mystique, because then they were forbidden, and forbidden fruit is the sweeter, no? My fruit? I can't believe I'm having this conversation. But no, I did not take vows. The Chantry provides succor and safe harbor to all who seek it. I chose to stay and become affirmed. I was a traveling minstrel in Orlais. Tales and songs were my life. I performed, and they rewarded me with applause and coin. And my skill in battle? Well, you pick up different skills when you travel, yes? Yes, of course. Let's move on.
What do you wish of me?
Yes? Yes? Go? What do you mean, go? You want me to leave? Yes? Well, here I am. Of course I do. I love stories far too much to keep them to myself. Everyone should be able to benefit from them, I think. Chantry law says it is man's pride that created the Darkspawn. In ages past, the mages of the Tevinder Imperium ruled much of the world we know. In their pride, they thought their magics invincible and imagined that they were greater than the Maker himself. So thinking, they invaded his golden city, planning to take it for themselves and depose their own creator. But they were impure and full of sin. And it is with the sin that they tainted the golden city, corrupting it forever. The Maker cursed them and cast them from his sight. Wherever they went, they spread the taint of their sin. Any land that was touched by the taint became blighted and would suffer no loss. Of course, Orlesians enjoy telling stories. I shall tell. A long time ago, a girl child was... Before the cold could claim her, the baby was found by Aveline. For she learned to wield the sword as well as any man could kill. Aveline's Dalish guardians saw that she could easily best any Orlesian chevalier in battle, and wanted to show the cruel humans the child they had left. They bestowed upon her a... Now in those days, no woman was allowed to take up arms, let alone compete in the grand tourney. Aveline won many events, and Aveline had already bested him. Out of desperation to regain his honor, Kaleva tripped Aveline. Silence fell upon the arena, but the crowd cheered for Aveline. Kaleva was furious, for he had lost to a woman. Blinded by his rage, he forced Aveline to her knees. No! The son of the king, Prince Freyan, was present. He recognized Aveline's skill and bravery and began to see the injustice done to the women in his land. When he was made king, he rewrote the laws of Orlais so that women could also become chevalier. He honored Aveline and knighted her, and to this day, any female who is knighted reveres Aveline the Brave. I know one, told to me by my mother a long time ago. It always chilled me to the bone. Maybe you have heard of Flemeth? Are you sure? Was she the Flemeth of legend? Flemeth, the devourer of men? Flemeth, mother of witches? Flemeth, demon-touched, who dwells in the mists? Well, if Flemeth really exists, she would be very, very old indeed. Ferelden mothers scare their daughters with talk of Flemeth. They also say that Flemeth mourns her lost beauty and will steal yours through your looking glass. Flemeth's beauty was... When she came of age, she came to the attention of the Lord of Highever, Conobar, and he took her for his wife. Conobar soon learned that his young bride had... Flemeth stayed with Conobar for some years, and with his blessing, she practiced her art. And then one day, a young poet named Osen came to the castle. Flemeth was captivated by Osen's voice, and he by her beauty, and they fell in love. Flemeth longed to be with her true love, and she and Osen fled from Conobar's lands, seeking refuge in the Kokari wilds with the Chasing tribes. They lived there happily for many a year, till the day Flemeth received news that Flemeth's heart swelled with pity for... But when Flemeth and Osen entered Highever, they were captured by Conobar's men. Flemeth was imprisoned, distraught at the loss of her love. Flemeth plotted revenge against her husband. The demon possessed Flemeth, turning her into an abomination. The last of Flemeth's humanity melted away. They say she took to her side many Chasing men, and with their help, begat her daughter witches. Which one? I know little about your people, but I may be misinformed, and I would hate to offend you. I have heard a little about how the elves gained their freedom from the Tevinter Imperium. When Andraste began her exalted march, the great elven leader, Shartan, born in captivity, Shartan was killed when Andraste was betrayed. The elves claimed the Dales in the south, and settled there in a land of their own. The elves lived in the Dales for centuries. This angered the Chantry, and the hostility between the Chantry declared a holy exalted during the exalted march of the... Some of the elves bitterly accept, but others, still fiercely proud of their heritage, refused to bow to the human.
Who? I beg your pardon. I did not see you approach.
Sir Donald? Is that you?
Alistair? By the Maker, how are you? I was certain you were dead.
Not yet. No thanks to Turn Loghain.
If Arl Eamon were well, he'd set Loghain straight soon enough.
But if Arl Eamon is sick, why are you here?
Our only hope now is a miracle. Every knight of Redcliffe has gone in search of the Urn of Sacred Ashes. Andraste's ashes are said to cure any illness, but I fear we are chasing a fable. With each day, my hope dims. What? And you have his locket? And a note? Maker's mercy. Thank you for giving me these. I would never have known otherwise. A reward? Oh, of course. I hope a sovereign is sufficient. Thank you. I wonder how many of us have met similar fates on this mad quest. Why is that, if I may ask? I see. The Arl is a popular man, it's true. Teyrn Loghain, however, is a hero throughout Ferelden. Whatever the Cairn has done or not done, the Arl remains ill, or worse. That is my primary concern. If Arl Eamon were well, I have little doubt he would assist you. My quest, however, remains the same.
We should see what's happening in Redcliffe ourselves. I believe that now more than ever.
If nothing else, I am certain you would be welcomed at Castle Redcliffe. The Arlessa is there, and she could tell you more than I could. I expected to take advantage of the Chantry's library, in fact, but my skills are better suited to battle than chasing down tales. Supposedly, the urn contains the ashes of the prophetess Andraste. Surely you know all this. If you're truly interested, there are books here containing a great deal of lore. Nothing I have found leads me to believe that this was anything more than a quest of desperation. With Henrik gone, I need to return to Redcliffe. Perhaps later I will seek out the scholar his note mentions. But I must go. Thank you again, my lady. You have been most helpful.
What do you need? Ask away.
And when the Maker spoke, a chant of light scattered. A word dispelled fear and ignorance. Let those who cry
And when the chant spreads across all four corners of the world, let it rise at last to the ears of the Maker.
We came here to get
Let
away
him
from
hear
the
our
fighting.
unwavering faith. Let him
It's
hear
terrible.
our righteous dedication.
So, does the Maker... I apologize. The Maker's plan is too grand. The revered mother presides over the Chantry, and Sir Bryant leads. The Chant of Light. Surely you know it. The chant is our devotion to the Maker. The entire chant takes weeks to sing. Here we can only sing a few verses per week and finish anew. When the prophet Andraste was burned by the Magisters, the Maker turned away from his creations. We gain his forgiveness by spreading Andraste's teachings. The Maker will return when the chant... We are preparing as we can. And when the revered... May the Maker watch over you.
And then shall the Maker return to us.
I'm
And then
sorry,
shall the
but I was
Maker
prepared to
return
chant
as
his
if we
back
needed
before
more
you
fighting.
go. There's very little
Don't you see how
time.
scared
No,
everyone
no,
was?
no.
Make it pure. Let all mankind be humbled. Let all
I brought
repeat
my
the
family to
chant of
Lothering
light.
because I thought it would be
Only
safe.
the word dispels...
I'm sorry, I cannot talk now. I must feed the holy brazier to ensure the flame. It represents the flames that burned Andraste herself. Do you know the tale? The prophet was burned in the ancient city of Minrathous, before the ancient mages she had fought. Instead of dying in pain as the mages wanted, she was purified by the fire and taken by the Maker into the heavens to stand forever at his side. We are all sinners. The fire symbolizes our hope that forgiveness is possible. Thus, we all serve by feeding its flames. Don't be ridiculous. It is a symbol and not meant to be taken literally. Now go and leave me to my task.
And when the Maker spoke, a chant of light scattered in the darkness. A word dispelled fear and...
Yes? What can I do for you? I knew this time would come. I should have listened to my sister. Sure, sign the paper, she said. You'll enjoy some coin now, but they'll be back. I guess I'll see you on the front lines.
And when the chant spreads across all four corners of the world, let it rise at last to the ears of the Maker. Let him hear our unwavering faith, a righteous dedication and enduring perseverance.
You, miss, what is your name? You seem quite odd to me.
You would not be the first to think so. But avert your eyes. I will not have you staring over long.
Best get used to it. I'll be watching you. We want no trouble here.
And then shall the Maker
There will be no
return to
fighting
us.
in here.
And then
You've been
shall the
warned.
Maker return.
Good day, Sister Leliana. I'm surprised to see you're still in Lothering.
It is good to see you as well, Your Reverence.
I do not recognize your companion. Greetings. Will you be making a donation to the Chantry? Our need has never been greater. Might I suggest 30 silver? 1 out of 1 is a more generous gift than 10 out of thousands. What can I do for you then? It might have been kinder to execute him, but I leave his fate to the Maker. Why does he interest you? He butchered an entire farmhold. Only one of the youngest hid long enough to survive. The child said his father had found the Qunari gravely wounded and took him in. That kindness was repaid with murder. The bandsman found the Qunari just standing amidst the carnage. He did not resist them. He confessed quite readily, but would give no reason for the crime. Even the seasoned knights who apprehended him were disturbed by the carnage. However docile he appears, do not be fooled. That Qunari is a danger. Then his next victims might count you and me as their murderers. That seems highly unlikely. Do you have any sort of papers to corroborate your story? A Grey Warden? Oh dear, I will have to ask you to leave before you bring trouble on our heads. To defend against the Blight? Perhaps that is a form of atonement. But are you certain you can control him? No, I cannot. There will be too much trouble for us if we are seen cooperating with you. The Maker cares no less for that Qunari's victims than for the thousands who fell in Ostagar. Now, good day. Yes? What can I do for you now? Again? We have already discussed this, and I told you I would not release the creature. And what do you say on this, Leliana? You know your friend better than I.
These are unusual times, Your Reverence. With us, the Qunari might do some good. I am sure of it, in fact.
Were things not so desperate? Very well, I trust you. Take these keys to his cage and Maker watch over you.
Thank you, Your Reverence. Your trust is not misplaced.
Yes? What can I do for you now? For a Grey Warden? So let it be. Now, if there is nothing else, I cannot help you without risk. Now, may the Maker guard you, Grey Warden.
And when the chant spreads across corners of the world, let it rise at last to the ears of the Maker. Let him hear our unwavering faith. Let him hear our righteous dedication and enduring perseverance.
Then shall the Maker return to us. And then shall the Maker return to the black city in heaven. And then shall... Shall the chant of light make it pure?
Yes? Lothering. There are always people in Lothering, but...
What do you wish of me?
And when the Maker spoke, the chant of light scattered in the darkness. The word was spread, fear and
So tell me something, Morrigan. Did you live there in that forest your entire life?
I left it on occasion, but I always returned. Why? Is that so strange? It was my home.
But it was just you and your mother there. No one else.
Mother occasionally had company.
What? Company? Do I even want to ask?
No, you really don't.
And so it is done. I will follow you into battle. In doing so, I shall find my atonement. You can try. May we proceed? I am eager to be elsewhere.
What do you wish of me?
You forced our hand!
Alright, battle it is then. Let's end this. As you like.
We done heard what was said. You're a warden. I don't know if you killed King Cailan, and make her forgive me, I don't care. But that bounty on your head could feed a lot of hungry bellies. Attack!
And I'm off.
You wish something more of me? I confess, I did not think the priestess would part with it. So be it. Set me free and I will follow you against the Blight. I have spent my life in the vanguard. I know war. And so it is done. I will follow you into battle. In doing so, I shall find my atonement. May we proceed? I am eager to be elsewhere.
Of all the...
Yes. Why are we stopping? There are Darkspawn to be fought. Is this delay needful? You are concerned. No need. I am fit enough to fight. No. People are not simple. They cannot be summarized for easy reference in the manner of, the elves are a lithe, pointy-eared people who excel at poverty. I am. Decide. I am a Sten of the Beresad. I did not choose to be who I am any more than you did. The Antam are the eyes, hands, and mouth of the Qunari. We are how my people know the world. No, I didn't. Yes. There is no point to this. We are keeping the Darkspawn waiting. What a strange language you speak. You say hurry, where I would say duty. No, it is yours, and you are chatting with me instead. As you wish.
Someone help us! Mighty timely arrival there, my friend. I'm much obliged. You want a reward, eh? I suppose that's an entirely reasonable request. How does 100 silver sound? I was going to use that to fix up the cart, but quite frankly, I'll be grateful enough that my son and I come out of this with our heads. Which are unsold, I'm afraid. 100 silver, and my thanks is all I have to offer. The name's Bodon Fedek, merchant and entrepreneur. This here is my son, Sandor. Say hello, my boy.
Hello.
Road's been mighty dangerous these days. Mind if I ask what brings you out here? Perhaps we're going the same way. Complicated? Somehow I imagine that only says half of it. Thank you for the offer, but there may be more excitement on your path than is good for my boy and me. Allow me to bid you farewell and good fortune.
Goodbye.
Now then, let's get this mess cleaned up, shall we? We'll be off as soon as this mess is cleaned up. Thank you kindly for all your assistance.
Hello.
Yes.
I see. So be it. speak.
Right.
If you must.
Away with you, foul creatures! Leave us alone!
Too easy!
Mighty timely arrival there, my friend. I'm much obliged. You want a reward? How does 100 silver sound? Which are... Road's been mighty dangerous these days. Mind if I ask what brings you out here? Grey Wall. No offense, but I suspect... Now...
Oh, right.
Going.
boots are all bruised now.
And I'm off. Going. Yes. First one to kill it gets the prize. Look over there. And I'm off.
So be it.
Is it just me, or did I do really badly back there?
Yes.
The path of righteousness is full of hardship, but the Maker smiles. And Andraste came unto them,
found someone
saying,
sleeping in our
though the
fields,
danger
in the hay."
great, the mountain high, have faith. The Maker listens and smiles.
We'll be off as soon as this mess
Hello.
is cleaned up. Thank you, Colonel, for all your assistance.
Bad dreams, huh? Well, it is real, sort of. You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them. The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a blight. I don't know if it's really a dragon, but it sure looks like one. But yes, that's the Archdemon. It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the Archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me too. I screamed like a little girl. Duncan said he thought I had someone in my room. Not embarrassing at all. Anyhow, you're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
Yes. Sitting, as you observed. Thank you. I know. Parshera. Was there anything else? As you wish. Yes. I see. And why do you think this? As you wish. Palaidan.
Yes? Indeed.
Indeed.
Yes.
Yes? Go? What do you mean, go? You want me to leave? Yes?
You're a hard woman to find. Where are my manners? The name... Did Duncan ever mention me? Levy of the Coins? Levy the Really? He never told you of old Levy? But here I am carrying on while... But you see, Duncan promised that together we'd look into something important for the Wardens. And from... But poor Duncan's... Well, no more. A tragedy it is. My family... Well, past a bit checkered to see. Nobles look at us with disdain. My great-great-grandmother, Sophia Dryden, was the last Warden Commander of Farel. So King Arland banished the Wardens, and he took House Dryden's land. Hard to say. After King Arland died, there was a civil war, loads were, and our family was on. But Drydens are tough. We rebuilt, became merchants, and we never lost our pride. I ask for the truth. My family reveres Sophia Dryden. We know she died at the old Grey Warden base, soldiers. It won't restore our land or our title. Well, no one's been to Soldiers Peak since Ireland's days. I spent years, so I went to Duncan, I did. And I said that he could reclaim the old base and my family. Soldiers Peak is... He also hoped to recover lost Warden history and perhaps a few old relics. 1,000... I'll mark down...
Ah, it's good to see you. I saw your camp and thought to myself, what safer place to rest for the evening than in the camp of a Grey Warden? I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. I can see why you might be. Trust me when I say that my encountering you here was... If you prefer, I'll take my boy and be on my way. But regretful. Wonderful.
Thank you, kind lady.
We won't be a bother to you and your companions, I assure.
Hello.
The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas actually called him a... What was it now?
Enchantment!
If there's anything I can do for you, please, please. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected. And with your discount. Are you sure I can't I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected. And with your discount.
Yes?
What do you need? Ask away. I could get used to this, you know.
Oh, how dear of you. Thank you so much.
Is that for me? Really?
A fine gift. You have my thanks.
Oh, why, you little... Your furry friend here took offense at me getting near his food. He snapped at me, look. Sometimes I forget that he's a war dog. That'll teach me. I once heard a really old legend about how the Hound warriors in the days of the old tribes would feed their Mabari the flesh of the Vanguard. Well, that's what I heard anyway. It would sometimes be Oh, like you can tell the difference. For all you know, maybe you've already been fed something. Someone. Hey!
Look at what your fool dog placed in my pack. A putrid, half-eaten hare is not something a woman wants to find in her unmentionable. I think I have... The dirty mongrel can have this back. There. And tell him not to do it again. I don't want it, you worthless fur bag. He is certainly manipulative, I can tell. I do it too.
You are a true warrior and worthy of respect.